Hey kings and queens, it's your girl Maya back with another video. And before we get started today on this video, what I want you to do is that my hair like jiggity jacked. Anyway, is that button that is red that says subscribe. If it is red, click on that. Turn it gray. What? We like the whatever. What kind of tone is that? We like the monotone colors. Okay, let's click on that red and turn it gray. Okay, subscribe to my channel. And if you're like a subscriber and you're here again, welcome back, boo. Today we're doing something different. We're gonna talk about my top three, because I only have three, my top 3 dating apps. So check it out. We're gonna talk about my top 3 dating apps, okay? So I use dating apps like a lot, and because I don't go out, like I don't like go to clubs or like go to the bar and just hang out with my friends. We like hang out at each other's houses and stuff. So yeah, I'm not like meeting anybody at my job because I work at a school and I don't want nobody's daddy. And my other job, I guess I could meet someone, but no, don't be running up to me at the movies trying to give me your digits, because I'm gonna be like, sorry, I'm at work. So yeah, I use dating apps all the time. So these are my top 3. I'm gonna do the number 1 last because that's the number 1. We're gonna start with number 3. My number 3, like top tier still dating app, is okcupid. Yeah, okcupid is like was my John, okay? So as if you're like an old subscriber, you know I had a boyfriend like 2 years ago. That was the last time I had a boyfriend, okay, 2 years ago. And he's actually like, there's a video, like I think one video with me and him on this channel still, and it is like my senior ball video. You can watch it if you want to. It's only still up here because it's senior ball, like it had nothing to really do with him. Like he was there with me, but it was about my senior ball, so I'm not gonna delete it, okay? But that boyfriend, well, that ex, right? I met him on okcupid, and so I actually really like okcupid. I think it's pretty good if you're looking for like serious relationship. It asks you a lot of questions when you are like first starting the app. So now it's moved to a more swiped base because everybody's trying to be like Tinder, you know. So you do the swipe right or the swipe left, right if you like them, left if you don't want that in your life. But okcupid makes you answer a bunch of questions when you're like creating your profile. So it asks you like questions and you answer what you think, but then it will also ask you what your perfect match, how would they answer this question, and then it asks you to rank if that's important or not important or kind of important. So then it'll like take all those answers and questions that other people answered and give that person like a percentage of how much you guys would be a match, right? So an example would be a question like, do you believe in God, right? Maybe you would answer that and say yes. And then it'll be like, your perfect match would say yes, no, I don't care. And you, if you don't care, could click I don't care, or you could click all of the answers. And then it knows that this question isn't important to you, like whatever they say, you'd be fine with it. Or if you were like, they have to say yes to, you could put yes, and then at the bottom, you would put like very important. So if someone said no to this, that would like extremely drop their rating of like matching with you. And if they said yes, obviously it would extremely boost it because that's something that's really important to you. So it allows you to answer the questions and rank them on like importance. Because some of the questions on there are like not that important. It's things like, would you date someone who is in debt or something? I mean, that can be important, I guess. I should think about that. But it's not important to me because I'm in debt. Or like, if this person is messy, would you date them? Or it like things like it. There's things that like don't matter, and then there's things that are like really important to people. Like, do you want a monogamous relationship, or are you into polyamory? Do you like different things like that. So yeah, I like okcupid. It's a go for me, but it's number 3 because it's like just okay. I think if you're into more of a serious relationship and you're into like bios and knowing more information about a person before you swipe yes or swipe no, okcupid is the place for you. So check it out. Okay, my number 2. Count it, 2. Top 2, yeah. My top 2, the second one, I don't really know why I'm saying it like that, dating app is something called BLK. This is actually a recent one that I started using, like not like yesterday, but actually kind of like yesterday. Nah, like recently, like this year. So okcupid I used like 2 years ago. I thought it was really cool. I use it every now and then. BLK is like fresh. I saw an ad for it on Instagram and I was like, ooh, what is this? So I'm that girl that just like looks at ads and then like tries to buy whatever it is or download said app if it's free.
Stop it. Get some help.
So I downloaded BLK and basically it's like Tinder, very similar to Tinder and very similar to another app called Soul Swipe. Soul Swipe is more for black people, but it's like Tinder. This is basically Soul Swipe. So it's Tinder, but like for mostly black people. I think that's why it's called BLK. Most of the people that I've seen on there, like every single person on there that I've seen is black. I think I saw like 2 white guys, but I think that's like they want someone who's black and that's what they have that account because it's pretty much, I think like the premise of it is it's supposed to be for like black people. But you can make an account. They're not going to be like, no, you're not black. You can't make an account. But so if you're into dating, I guess someone who's black, that's, I don't know, then make it BLK, right? It's very similar to Tinder. It's, again, still the swiping thing. You swipe right, swipe left, blah, blah, blah. No one can message you unless you swipe on them, similar to Tinder. The only thing that like bothers me about this site is they're really pushing for you to do their elite thing, which is like the paid membership. So like every 5 seconds almost, that elite John pops up and it's like, be an elite member. This is all the opportunities you get with being elite. And I'm like, baby girl, I'm not paying for your app. Like, no, I don't need to be elite. That's okay. But like I said, very similar to Tinder. So you swipe right if you like them and it'll be like, it's a match. And you can like message them after they're a match and you can message each other back and forth. Like I said, my only grievance with this app is the fact that the elite message pops up all the time and that they always send me notifications and notifications that are like not actually happening. So all the time I have a BLK notification thing on my bar, on my like top bar or whatever, and it'll just be like BLK, new activity. I won't have a message, I won't have a new match, it'll just be like new activity. And you click on it and there's nothing going on. And you're like, why do you keep notifying me about nothing? So that's super annoying, and believe me, I've tried to turn it off. I went to my settings and turned off notifications for BLK altogether. And somehow this still pops up at the top of my bar and I'm like, dog, I don't care about your new activity. But besides that, if you can get over like the constant activity, like a constant thing popping up on your phone, then like you're good. And like I put my phone on silent all the time, so it's not like I have to hear some ding ding. But I imagine if your phone was on like loud and you had a notification noise for that, you'd be donezo. You'd be completely annoyed because it would probably ding like every 5 seconds, and you'd be like, bruh, I don't care, and you would delete it. But if you like put your phone on silent like I do, get the app. Like I said, fairly new with the BLK. I haven't met anybody off of BLK. I've met people off of okcupid. Haven't met anybody off of BLK like met them like let's hang out. Right? I haven't met anyone yet, so I don't know. Could be crazy. Maybe I'll talk about that later if I do meet someone and it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, you can do it and leave a comment down below. If you use BLK and okcupid, leave a comment and tell me how that went for you, okay? And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, I think, my number 1 top dating app. Like, I always go back to this dating app. It doesn't matter. Maybe I will use the rest of them, but I'll download the other ones and delete them like very often. But this app, always go back to it regardless, is, you guessed it, Tinder. Tinder is my fave, okay? It don't matter. Tinder's my fave, okay? Why is Tinder my fave? I just like it. It's just like very straightforward, I feel like. And yes, okay, like it has this bad stigma of only being like a hookup app. Like people are like, ooh, Tinder, you only want to hook up. But I honestly think Tinder is getting away from that now. I mean, like, it's only that preconceived notion because we make it that preconceived notion. But I feel like people are getting away from the idea of Tinder just being a hookup app. I have tons of friends and tons of acquaintances and like people I've worked with and bosses and things like that who know people or are people who met their significant other on Tinder, like are married to that person, engaged to that person, they live together, okay, like successful relationship, and they met on Tinder. So I feel like that like whole Tinder is just for hooking up, Tinder is just for a hooking is incorrect. And like I feel like we're getting away from that. I think it's a cool place to like meet people, and whether you just want to be friends. I mean, I don't understand why you're on a dating app if you're looking for a friend, but y'all do you. But if that's what you're looking for, like I think Tinder could be the place where you can find all those things. So as we all know, it's like swipe right or you like them, swipe left if you don't want them to talk to you. No one can message you until you both match. So you both have to like either think each other's attractive, or maybe you both had bios and you were like, ooh, I'm really feeling your bio, and you swiped right. So you both have to match to message the other person. Okay, yeah, once you match, they go in your matches. People can message you or not message you. I have tons of matches that I've never talked to and probably never will. But most of the time, if someone's interested and they match with you, they'll say something, whether it's like, hey, which is like super dumb. I don't know why y'all saying hey on Tinder. Like, don't say hey to me. Can you get creative? Like, can you say like, yo, what it do, shawty? I would laugh and probably respond. But hey, what you, my grandpa?
Okay.
Tinder is definitely the spot though. Like, so you can have a bio and you can make it as detailed or not detailed as you want. So you can be on there and like make it a big joke. I love reading people's bios who are like, will put like you know how in magazines or in movies they say like all these like things about the movie, like New York Times says it's the best movie in 2019, right? I think it's hilarious when people do that in their bios, like my mom says I'm really cute, like shit like that. I think that's funny. I like those like corny bios, and I actually read bios. Like tons of people on there are like, no, I didn't read nobody's bio. I read the bios because I feel like if you took the time out of your day, your life, to type whatever you typed, even if it was something stupid, okay, like you took the time, so you obviously are gonna take the time. I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking it, but whatever. I read bios, so you can make a cute little bio. You can make it something serious. You could make it something playful, you know, whatever. I will say Tinder does have a bunch of people on there that are not looking for what you're looking for. If you're looking for a relationship, it might be kind of hard on Tinder. Like, it's possible, but it's kind of like a needle in a haystack, because I feel like a lot of people on Tinder aren't looking for that. Like there's like a bunch of people, at least dudes anyway. I don't really know about like if you're lesbian and you like girls, or if you're a dude and you like, well, if you're a dude and you like girls, or if you're a dude and you like guys. I don't really know about that difference, but I know me being like a straight woman who wants to be the man, and the men on there, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. To find a guy that like is looking for the same thing, if you want like a serious relationship, if that's like what you're building towards or whatever. Yeah, a lot of them say that's what they want, but they be playing. Yeah, a lot of dudes on there really just want like the friends with benefits. They're just hanging out. I just want friends. I just want to meet new people. So that could be tricky trying to navigate that, if like whatever, but I totally still think it's worth it. I've met a lot of cool people on there. Tinder, I would say out of all the apps is the one that I've met the most people like in person, like after we got on the app and we texted or whatever, then we eventually met up. That would be the one that I met the most people. And I think Tinder's super cool because I've honestly rekindled relationships with people that I went to high school with, or like we did something when I was in high school, like maybe I did a program when I was in high school or something like that. like at a different school, and I like rekindle with people who were in those programs with me. Like I remember them, and they're like, oh snap, what, we both did this together. Like I think that's super cool. Like I rekindle with a bunch of people from okay, I live in a small town, okay, so people from high school pop on my Tinder all the time, and I just like swipe right if I know you like in person, because I just think that's funny. But yeah, I've rekindled tons of relationships with people on there, and like we're good friends or like whatever. So I just love Tinder. I just love Tinder. Okay. So guys, if you're single and ready to mingle, not just guys, girls too. If you're single and ready to mingle and you're looking for love, or you're looking for whatever you're looking for, friends with benefits, okay, you're looking for a third with your already relationship, whatever. These are my top 3 dating apps. I would suggest you try any of these, okay? So Tinder, number 1. If you're really looking to get it popping, go to Tinder. Number 2, you can go to BLK. And number 3, you can go to okcupid. Top 3. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I tried to keep it super short because I didn't want to be on here talking about dating apps for like 20 whole minutes. We're at 15. Maybe I'll cut it, so it might not even be that long. But I want to start a new series called Dating with Maya. You're not gonna be dating me, but I do a lot of dating apps, and I love like going on dates and stuff. So maybe I'm thinking of making a dating series, and if I do, this will be a part of that series. This will be the first video of that series. So welcome and enjoy the ride. Thank you guys. Whoa, I always say rate, and like that's not a thing anymore. But like, comment, and then we already talked about this. Turn that red button gray, subscribe to my channel, turn the bell notifications on so you can know when I post a video, every time I post a video. And Vikings and Queens, it's been lit. Bow, I missed the camera.